Okay, we're here. All right, we're live. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. I'm still in losses after all the green candles. It's all right, man. We're about to go up for the bull run. Bull run's back on. Let's get the poll running. Start a poll. Let's see. Get your votes in. See if we can get the Moon Boys to take control today. Stock market's the best. My first month and it's only going up. You playing stocks now? My man. You rotated all your crypto money into the stock market? There we go. 200 G's by the end of the day. Maybe 100K. I don't think 200K. We might get 100K by the end of the day. The ETH rally has started. The ETH rally has started. Man, MicroStrategy spiked up it was up 7% before. All right, so the question is, did we hit overbought back here? No, we did not. Do we hit overbought on the daily? Yes. No, we didn't. Okay. But we hit overbought on the daily back here. So that's what we're going to be on the lookout for. Overbought daily RSI. So that'll be your key here. If we get to overbought on the daily RSI and it doesn't make a new all-time high, yeah. That'll be one of the key things to watch. Yeah, look, the RSI is actually back in the bull territory now. It's back to where it was when we were at 115,000. Welcome. Did we get 100 viewers? Almost. Okay. Moon Boys are coming back a little bit. Coming back a little bit. Buy Sol at 15. I don't know. I think that's too low, man. That's too low. Tether dominance is dropping like crazy. Hell yeah, man. Better get those rockets loaded, man. This is our chance. This is our moment. Every time we come to this level, we get a big move. Big move. Cyber Curd for 2. I appreciate the 2, man. That is awesome. Thank you for spreading the love, spreading the wealth. Wealth, not wealth. Whoops. Yeah, so what are we looking for here? Overbought daily RSI? I think we're overbought on the 1 hour. Yeah, we're overbought on the 1 hour again. Oh no, it's a trap. Oh no, it's another trap. They got us again, damn it. Yeah, I guess we're looking for overbought on the 12 hour too. That's a good indicator. Yeah, we need to get to overbought on the 12 hour. It's all right, we got time. We got time. Look at Bitcoin divided by copper. Yo, DJ, my brother, listen, man. If you're strapped in for the bull run, you know, you're prepared. You got to do what you got to do, my man. You can say whatever you want and people aren't going to listen. So just, if you get this big bull run, man, you nailed it. You know, props to you. What's the best time to start getting into MSTR? For what? To go long? If you're bullish, you're supposed to be buying for the past 3 weeks. What do you mean, when's the best time to get in? You were supposed to be getting in already for the last 3 weeks, man. MicroStrategy's up 20% now. Look at how oversold it was. We've been looking for the relief rally, and now it's happening. The question is it a higher high or is it a lower high? That's the question for so many people. If it's a lower high, then there's your answer. So now we just let it play out. Now we let it play out. I like that MicroStrategy moved up though, because I was getting a little worried. Like it moved up big today. Because technically, if it's bearish, we're supposed to get all the way up to 240. Which seems like it's so far away, but it's not. Because that's not even, what is that, like 20% now? Yeah, 30%. We can get up there. Question is, do you get your new all-time high or do you get your lower high? And I think we have 6 weeks. I actually think the top is going to be at the end of January. I don't think it's going to be at the end of February. That's how it's starting to look. Unless we go down again, like if we go down again and we just start staircasing like this, you know, like maybe we do this. But even then, it would be sometime in January. Sailor said I'll be buying more Bitcoin. The rumor about selling is bogus. Yeah, the people saying that MicroStrategy is gonna sell is not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. I mean, maybe it does, but I don't see it. They didn't sell last time. Dogecoin to the moon. Yeah, I hope so, man. That'd be nice. We could get some views back in the chat. We can get some views back in the chat. Sailor has reduced his buys by 80%. Well, he usually only buys when the market is going up. He doesn't usually buy when it goes down. He doesn't usually buy when we go down. Yeah, I guess we are almost overbought already. Yo, these are looking really similar now. Look. These are, oh my God, these are almost, wait, these are almost fucking mirror images of each other. What the hell? No, there's no way we run the same play twice in a row. There's no shot. Look. Look at this dude. Why do these look different? That's why. So where are we? Here? So we're right here. No, there's no way. Yo, what the fuck? This fucking guy. Yeah. Fuck. Dude, is it gonna do the same exact thing? That's impossible. That's impossible. It can't be. But it is. Oh, you can't even see. My camera's blocking it. Sorry about that. It can't be, but it is. The winged dragon of Ra. Well, did we bottom 41 days after liquidation? That's 51. Wow. You think, chat, you think they're running the same play twice in a row? Is that fucking possible? Yeah, it can't be, but it is. Probably 60 days after the low. CZ Binance said it may be super cycle next year. It could be, man. It could be. Buy MSTR now. Yeah, you got to catch it before it pumps to 1,000, man. Not financial advice. Holy crap. Holy crap. Last time MSTR's Bitcoin was nowhere near their average. This time it's 76. Nah, I'm pretty sure they went under. When we go under Michael Saylor's average, that's where the capitulation is, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I could find it. Here it is. See, last market cycle, we did go below their average. You see the green dotted line? Whenever the dotted line begins to skyrocket, that is the market peak for MicroStrategy. It happened twice in a row now. And I remember saying that in the stream back here. I was like, yo, every time, man. Not every time, there's only one other time, but. So now, when we break below that green line, we're going to go down to mark the bottom, which is around 74,000. So once Bitcoin breaks 74,000, that's going to be when MicroStrategy goes straight down. But that shouldn't happen now because we're too early. We should go up from here. It's just when we turn bullish, everything goes out the window. That's the problem. So like when we get to 100,000, everyone's going to buy back in. And then, you know, if it's a bull market, we'll go up. But if it's not a bull market, everyone just bought back in. They're not going to sell for a loss. They're just going to hold it back down to 40K. That's why if you think, even if you're unsure if it's a bull market, like you're supposed to be getting in over the last couple of weeks because we're bullish, but that's not how it works. Normally people buy in when it gets so bullish that it's actually the top. But we're looking for the idea of if it is a bull market, it has to go up now. Because if it doesn't make a new high by February, then you're doing the same exact thing that you always do right before you go straight down. But nobody's going to buy in until we get to that point, because that's what it is. Unless you're already in. But if you're already in, then you're already in. Then you just enjoy the gains. It's just every time we go bullish, everybody just throws everything out the window, and it's like, we're going to the moon, baby. So you just got to let it, you know, the market do what it's going to do. We're going to the fucking moon. Holy fucking shit. Are we back? Yeah, we're back, baby. We never left. 200 viewers, that's what I'm talking about. The bull run is in full swing, motherfucker. Let's go. Only $2 super chats. That's why I hope that Jasmy guy, I think he's going to get a chance to sell at 1 cent. I really do. That metal detector Jasmy guy, I think he's going to get a chance to get out at 1 cent. I don't know if he's going to do it or not, though. You know. Now ETH is up 30% from the low. How big was this rally? This rally was 65%. So if we rally by 60%, we're going all the way back up to 4,200. Yeah, there's no way it's going to be a bear market if we get to 4,200. That's going to be the argument. It's not possible that it's still bearish. But that's like this right here. Like, oh man, there's no way that shit's bearish. We have to go up and make a new all-time high, or it is bearish. ETH MACD crossed bearish on the 1 day. Nah, the 1 day doesn't fucking do anything. We got car crashes for 5, says Fred. That's the raccoon, yeah? Big relief rally coming in hot. From the recent high down to the low, we can see Fred is getting slammed at the 236 retracement at 13. So as long as you're below 13, it is considered bearish. However, on the relief rally, you may see a opportunity to push higher. So Fred getting over 13 would send you up to 21. Getting over 21, we'll say bull run. As long as you're below 13, it is still considered bearish. And again, 21 would be bearish as well. So once you get over 21, you could say to the moon. Keep in mind though that that's a 200% gain. It's very possible. All right, 68 to 21 is very possible. Assuming we get the relief rally, which we are. There's no question we're getting the relief rally. The question is, how long does it last and how high do we go? I appreciate the 5. from Mr. Car Crash. Good evening. Yo, Mr. Jasmy's in the chat. Listen, I think there's a good chance you're going to get the 1 cent pump, man. You're going to have to make a decision. Are you going to hodl or sell? I can't tell you what to do. But I think there's a good chance you can get out at 1 cent. I can see it coming. Pepe too. Pepe's starting the relief rally as well. We should get a nice relief rally here. Bitcoin Bajan for 10 says, hi there, can we look at Uniswap? I appreciate the 10 and Degen. I appreciate the 10. Degeneration X. Oh, it actually made a new low. Yeah, Degen is having a nice relief rally as well. Degen is having a nice relief rally as well. We can see from the recent high down to the low. The 236 retracement is at 18, so that is your first resistance. If you can get through 18, it should go all the way to 24. Now, if it gets over 24, the bottom is in, and we're actually looking at a big run for Degen. However, as of now, you can see we're creeping up to the 236, so I do think there will be sellers at 18 and 25. A break over 25 confirms the bottom. But we see this chart pattern everywhere, so if you're looking at a coin that has this chart pattern, it should be bullish in the short term. But a failure to break over 18 would still technically be bearish. So would I get in now? No, because it's already up 50% off the low. But if you're going to chase, you probably got until 18. If you can get over 18, then 25 would be next. You get over 25, could go anywhere, 40, 57. And Uniswap is also forming a low. But it looks like Chainlink. It looks like it's forming a head and shoulders. So if this is going to not be bearish, we got to see some type of rally like now. So you can see from the high down to the low, you came to the 618 and you got stuck at $11. So we're going to say 790 should be in play for Uniswap. As long as you're below 790, it's bearish. And if you can get over $11, you should get a big rally. Now, it is entirely possible that these coins get big rallies, right? Uniswap last time wasn't one of them. You can see it rallied by 50%, which is, that's big. 50% is a big move. But I just want to reiterate that if it is a bear market, right? I know the court is still out and like the chat's 50-50 because you never truly know. But if it is a bear market, just because you buy something doesn't mean it's going to go up. All right, Uniswap rallied by 50%, which is a big rally. But 50% off the low is only 785. So, which you already did. You already had a relief rally. So Uniswap is bearish below 7. But if you can get over 7, you should get a big rally up to 10. And if it gets over 11, rather, then the bottom's in, I would say, to the moon. I appreciate the 10, man. Demon for 2 says, Pepe the Mexican go. Appreciate the 2. Well, listen, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. I don't know how high it can go. But if I had to guess, it probably hits the 382 retracement at 68. It probably hits the 382 at 68. Now, as long as it's below 55, it's bearish. So, again, maybe not all the coins rally. Right now, everyone's FOMOing in because it's like, holy fucking shit. But if it ends up being a bull trap and then rolling over, it's bearish. So, 55 below is bearish. 68 and below is bearish. I think if we got a nice rally to like 104, Pepe should hit 68. But doesn't mean it has to. And then obviously if it's a bull run to the moon, then over 68 would be bullish. I appreciate the 5 too. Trouble is, I've wrote it down from 4 cents. Would feel painful to sell it at 1 cent, but what I have to think is, will it be more painful to 003? Yeah, I mean, listen, man, like if you can tolerate going from 400 back to 50, 40, 30K, like, only you know how it feels. I'm telling you, I'm not in the same exact position as you, but it's very fucking close. It's not fun. It is not fun. And having 100,000 is a million times better than having, if Jasmy went back to 2, you'd have 20,000. And then you're not going to sell it at 20,000 because you have to hold it. And it's like, what if Jasmy goes to 0? When do you sell it? You know? So if you think you're okay with that, then you got to go for it. Maybe Jasmy goes back to $1. It's just, you're going to have to live with that decision for the rest of your life. Because it's a lot easier to go from 100,000 to 500,000 than from 10,000 to 500,000. So if Jasmy spikes up to 1 cent and it's February and it still doesn't go anywhere, and then it starts rolling over again, that was your last chance to get out. So what I would say, not financial advice, is maybe just hold it until February. And if we come to February and there's still no all-time high, then you know it's not going up. But if we come to February and there's no all-time high and you still don't want to get out, then you'll have to light a candle at mass, because the amount of damage that your brain is going to go through will be unfathomable. Because if there's a very high chance that Jasmy comes back down here, like 25. So you'd be at 25,000, which is not horrible. I mean, there's no guarantees that this holds, though. Like you could go back to 15,000. I'm not even trying to fudge you out. Like, just look at the chart. Bitcoin was in a bull market. Like, this coin has been going down for an entire year already. I know it doesn't feel like it, Chad, but we've been bearish for over a year. So now that Bitcoin has broken all bull market support, now we think it's going to go up? I mean, listen, maybe, but that's up to you. So I think if Jasmy ever hit 1 cent, I would be all out. And if it goes higher, I live with it. But I wouldn't be able to live with it if it went all the way back down to 23. Then you have nothing. Which you would still have 20,000, but like I said, it's much harder to go from 20 to 500 than from 100 to 500. But you got to make up your... And I'm not telling you what to do, it's something that you have to consider. That's all. Gabriel for 5 says, still 2026 bear market, Bitcoin to 100K, then capitulation early mid 26 down to 45. Appreciate the 5. Well, we lost all of our viewers already. If it is a bear market, then historically we would be bullish from here. I think I made a video 2 days ago saying that every time we've gotten this blue arrow, every single time we've gotten this blue arrow, we were bullish. Unfortunately, every single time you've gotten this blue arrow, it was a failed rally. Except for COVID. You can see at the bottom here. So the idea would be that if we get the rally, which we are, it should be a failed rally. Actually, how long does that usually last? This one was 48 days. This one was much further. Not really. 53 days. Was this also 53 days, you motherfucker? Holy shit, it was, you motherfucker. Yeah, it looks like you get a 40 to 50 day rally from the blue arrow. So that will put us... Yeah, you can't make this shit up, chat. It's February. It's like end of January. So I actually think if we're going to make a new all-time high, it has to happen between now and the end of January. Because I was looking for the top to be in February, but it might be at the end of January. Or we make a new all-time high. But I don't know exactly what it is. I'm just showing you. But if we are following traditional bear markets, then we're going to be bullish for the next 2 months. And then the top should be... It looks like somewhere briefly over this gray netting. Which our gray netting is at 100... I mean, it's at 103,000. So Probably this circle. So I would say this, if we come to this circle at the exact moment when it's supposed to happen, it would be bearish. Which means if it's a bull market, we should not ever come into this circle. The reason why we wouldn't come into the circle is because we would either be like this, much higher, or we would be down here and then go up. It's if you come into the bear circle, it only comes in this circle when it's bearish. So I would have to imagine that if you're in the bear circle when the bear circle is bearish, it's probably bearish. So if it's a bull run, we should go up faster than that. But the reason the bear circle is here is because the resistance, the time, you can see now the stock RSI is going to begin its ascent over the next couple of weeks, which is bullish. But if it's really bullish for real, we should just fly right up out of here. So that's why we're monitoring the situation. But that would be the base case, yes. We would roll over sometime in February, probably be bearish all of March, break the low in April, and capitulate down in May and June, and then the summers, whatever, sideways. And then one final crash in September and in October. November, we go sideways. The bull run starts in December. If it's a bull run, we just go up from here, and then top could be anywhere. God knows where. March, probably March. I think if it's a bull run, you'd make a new all-time high in January, and the top could be February or March. If it's not a bull run, we should just float around down here and grind up until the end of January. But again, every time we go bullish, it just doesn't matter. Everyone just says, fuck it, we're bullish. And then we go back down again. So you can't really do much. You just got to let the market play how it's going to play. And that's it. I appreciate the 5. Chris for 5 says, how we doing today? Uber bullish, bruvs. I appreciate the 5, man. That's awesome. Yeah, it is bullish. Again, I don't see a reason to be bearish as of now. I think if you're bullish right now, there's really nothing wrong with that. You just have to be open to the possibility that if it's not making a new high by February, it's not bullish anymore. Just like people that are saying it has to go down. Like, we really can't go down right now. It's not bearish. You're in a bullish trend now. And we've been in a bullish trend for 3 weeks. It's not like we just said, yo, we should go up. Everyone has been saying relief rally for the last 3 weeks. It just doesn't look the way people want it to because it might not be bullish. But we have to be open to the possibility that it is bullish. Because it is bullish. It's going up. So what I'm saying is being super bullish right now isn't the worst idea. It's just you have to be able to accept if we reach the point of here, if we're still down here, it's not bullish, you know? But the hard part is people being able to say, okay, it's not bullish anymore. You know? That's why when we were going down, for me, I was like, once we broke the 100K, I was like, no, there's no way it's actually bearish. When we were floating at this moving average, and then the next candle was at 95,000, and I was like, oh man, is it actually bearish? So then I remember saying to myself, okay, I think I said it on the stream too. I said, okay, if it actually is a bear market, then we should just go down to 80,000. And that's where we stopped. So once I saw that, for me, it was like, okay, you know, I accept it. We should never have went to $80,000 if it was a bull market. So now we're getting pinched between a rock and a hard place. Which it's just never happened. Like, yeah, it happens here when you're coming from the bear market. You know? When you get pinched like this, it's not good. But could we have the first time ever in NBA history that we get a big bull run? Sure. Why not? I'm not going to stop it. It doesn't matter to me what happens. If we get a big rally, there's going to be more people in the YouTube chat. I'll get more super chats. I'll be able to buy more altcoins, you know? I don't really care which way it goes now. I'm just looking at what has always happened, unfortunately. So I think we should be bullish for another 5 to 6 weeks. And then if we don't make a new all-time high by the end of January, the writing is pretty much on the wall, yeah. I appreciate the 5. Matthew Dropco, I appreciate the sub, man. That is awesome. Bitcoin Bajan for 10 says, I'm hoping for a big run. Almost bought Suku, but couldn't do it. Have some Ethereum Classic instead. I appreciate the 10. Yeah, I mean, you got the FOMO bug, brother. You do. It is what it is. I've had it my whole life, so I get it. You got the FOMO bug. You have to buy in. I understand. Just fuck it, bro. Just get in there. You know? Like I said, I'm not an expert and I'm not a professional. It should be bullish from here. If we come to January and February and nothing happens, you got to get out. Well, you don't have to do anything, but yeah, that's pretty much the base case. But Ethereum Classic could be bullish. Once you break over 14, it should rally all the way up to 16. I think if we get a nice little rally to 100K, you might even get all the way up to 19, which is an entire 2x off the low almost. You went from $11 to $19, so a little less than 2x. But it all starts with this $14, man. If you can get over 14, I would say 16 and then 19 should be in play. I think it's very likely if we get the big relief rally that whatever this coin is called should get the move up. But again, like when people see these big ass moves, they say, holy fucking shit. But the biggest thing to take away from it is, when is it happening? You know? If it's happening now, then you probably got a winner. But if it happens right before we go down, I mean, that's what always happens. Every time Ethereum Classic spikes up, we just go straight down after that. It's ridiculous. I actually remembered this rally. I said, holy fucking shit. Yo, look at that. And by the way, chat, the real relief rally, if this is a bear market, I think is going to happen again in May and June. It's like, you can see the bear market isn't as bad as it once was if you're holding regular coins. If you're holding shit on Solana or Ethereum, then it's terrible. But like, the bear market doesn't really seem that bad for Ethereum Classic. It's not doing anything. And if we get this relief rally, it's very possible that Ethereum Classic spikes like this and then just goes back down to the bottom. Like, I'm not going to tell you that it can't happen. That's literally what's been happening for the last 3 years. Even here, you got a monster spike. So, Ethereum Classic could be a good gamble. It's very possible. I would say if you can get over 14, then you're in the clear. It should rally pretty hard. And if you can get over 19, then you're really in the clear. Because you'd be breaking the downtrend, you'd be breaking the 618 retracement, you'd be breaking everything. The good news is the downtrend is coming before January, so you'll know that if Ethereum Classic doesn't break the downtrend by the end of January, it's probably not gonna, and then you could just get out. That's why people that are in right now, they should be okay, I think, for the next couple of weeks. Most people. Obviously, not every coin is going to rally, but most of them should. And then if it's a bull market, even if it's a bull market, it's the same thing. Like, how many coins did nothing when Ethereum did this move? That's why people that are just throwing their money in any random ass coin, it's not even a guarantee that they're going to go up, even if Ethereum does make a new high. And if Ethereum was going to make a new high, it would be in the next 50 days. You'd get something like this. To the roof, to the roof. Well, actually, you'd have to go faster than that. To the roof, to the roof. Yeah, like this. This would be your rally. No, MicroStrategy's already selling off again. What the hell is that? But I appreciate the 10. It helps out a lot, man. I really do. $240 viewers. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. The Bulls are back, baby. The bull run is back. Let's go. Romario for 2 says Bitcoin 1 month MACD screams bull trap and bear market incoming. I appreciate the 2. Yeah, we've pretty much looked at everything. I mean, the reality is you can't really share bearish. You can't be bearish when the market's bullish. You just get booed out of the stadium. So we're just going to say bullish, and then when it starts rolling over, we'll say bearish. But yeah, we already went over this. This only goes down when it's bearish. But the bet from the Moon Boys and the Moon Girls is this time is different, which maybe it is. Those who bet against history often lose, but when they win big. So if this is the first time in history that it's not a bear market when the MACD is bearish, you know, congrats to the people who took the bet. But this indicator would suggest that we are indeed in the middle of the bear market. The second red bar last time was February. The second red bar in 2018 was August, July. August, it looks like. So, you know, it's up to you if you think it's bullish or bearish. But I appreciate the 2, man. I am Nick for 15 months, 230 viewers. You're killing it. I'm not killing it, bro. I appreciate the sub. I wish I was killing it. My time to be killing it will come again. You know, you have ups and downs. Right now, I've been on a nasty downturn for the last year and a half, but my upturn is on the horizon. So I just gotta wait it out. But I appreciate the sub, man. Magic Ostrich for 3 months says, are we back? I think we might be back, man. I appreciate the sub. The Moon Boys are back, taking over the streets of Detroit. I appreciate the sub, man. This guy, I don't know what his name is, says Luna is back. I appreciate the 2. Luna is back. Yeah, it might be. The problem is when I made that YouTube video, it got 3,000 views, but the ad revenue was garbage. And it killed my ad revenue. So Luna Classic has been removed. We closed the Luna Lounge again. But yeah, even my Luna video was helpful. I said whenever Luna Classic pumps, we get a rally, and now we're rallying. We should get the relief rally. We are. It's literally happening in real time. But that's what it looks like, man. Like every time Luna Classic pumps, Bitcoin gets a rally. It happened here. It happened here. It happened here. It happened here. And it's happening again. So the question is it a lower high? And we're not going to know until February. Or it makes a new all-time high before that. Obviously, we would know before that then. I appreciate it too. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says, you are too killing it. Do you think Uniswap can hit 18 bucks? I appreciate the 5, man. That is awesome. I appreciate the 5. Do I think it can hit 18 bucks? It's not impossible, but I wouldn't bet on it, no. I think 11 to 14 is more realistic. $18 might be too high. It might not even get over $7 because you already hit 10 and Ethereum only went up. So the fact that this coin is not moving and when ETH went up, that's not good. I think $11 is fair, if it even gets that high. I think 18 is too high. Is it impossible? No. I think if you see a spike up to 18, it's going to be one of the scam pumps. You'd have to sell it right away. But I think 11 is probably fair. And I don't even know if it's going to get that high. I do think you hit 780 again. But I don't know if it's going to get over $11 because Bitcoin was at 120,000 and this hit $10. So now if Bitcoin's at 100,000, I don't know if I can expect it to go higher unless Bitcoin goes higher. So if it's a relief rally, it really shouldn't get over $11 in my opinion. But I appreciate the 5. I appreciate the 5, man. It helps out a lot. The institutions are just coming in. Are they? They're just coming in now? That's interesting. Thanks for sharing. Edward for 2 says H bar. I appreciate the 2, Mr. Edward. H bar to the moon, mother bleeper. Everybody pile in. Yeah, H bar is in the accumulation zone as well. The problem is you can only come to the same place so many times before it breaks down. All right. So here's the example again. If H bar does not rally before February, then you're right here. Because this was where the relief rally took place for Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin had a nasty relief rally, H bar didn't move. Which it looks like that on the bottom, but if you zoom in, it rallied by 40%. So that's why people are just throwing their money at anything. That's not going to work because 40% off the low is $17, which that doesn't really look like that big of a move, but sorry, not $17, 17 cents. But that's the 382 retracement. So if you don't see H bar get over 17 cents in a timely fashion, it's very bearish. But these are almost the same. They are. It's pretty interesting. So I would say H bar should be bullish in the short term. However, as long as it's below 15 or 17, it is considered bearish. I'm really setting the deadline for February, I think. I think if we don't make a new high before that, it's going to roll over, in my opinion. And what I'm worried about is if it's in January, but I don't think it should be. Especially now that we just got another spike. I like this. We got the move down, then the move up. Maybe we get another move down, then another move up, then another baby move down, like something like this. Yeah, if we did this, it would be perfect. Maybe it looks like this. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know what it looks like, but I appreciate the 2. Am I playing Elon? No, I'm never buying Elon ever again. Not financial advice. This is good, though. This is what I wanted, man. This is what I wanted. The chat is back. We got 200 bogeys in the chat. We got 200 bogeys in the chat. Welcome. Welcome to another Daily Dose of Doge. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Daily Dose of Doge. Welcome to another Daily Dose of Doge. Hello, everyone. Jesus looking healthy. Jesus to the moon, baby. If it wasn't Prophet Bear, we wouldn't know who it was. You're feeling hyped? You got to get that hype, chat. Let's get some hype in the chat. You guys are pumped, huh? Just be careful. We're overbought on the smaller time frames now. Almost. ETH is pushing hard. ETH is overbought. But ETH's making higher highs, which is bullish. We gotta watch out for an 8-hour RSI. Ooh, we are overbought. 12 hours almost overbought. Alright, so what are we looking for exactly? An overbought RSI? I think so. Did you hit overbought in 2018? Oh yeah, you did. Wow. Yeah, we could be getting an overbought RSI, man. We could. I think our date with Destiny is February. So if we make a new all-time high before that, then you're obviously in the clear. I really think that's what it is. It's like the end of January, February. You know why this move up is good too? Because it delays the Gaussian channel turning red now. It almost, it was almost turning red. Well, we get another candle tomorrow. But I'll be on the lookout for this red flash on the 4-day. We don't have it yet. I'm getting rid of this Coinbase fucking ticker. It's so stupid. Yeah, we don't have it yet. Imagine all the people. Just wanted to make a 10x once. Yeah, but you know what you could do, man? You got to do what I was doing in 2024. In order to get a 10x, you got to get a 3x 3 times. Or you got to get a 2x 5 times. When you start looking at it like that, it's a lot easier. It doesn't make it easy, it just makes it easier. So if you can get a 50% gain on Ethereum Classic and then a 50% gain on Uniswap, that's a 2x. Then you get a 50% gain on Suku. Yeah, Suku sucks, bro. How much Jasmy do you have? Metal detectors, I don't think he's gonna sell. I think he's gonna hold it. You know what you can do, man? I got a solution for you. Ready? You got 10 million Jasmy, right? You refuse to sell any of it. If it goes to 1 cent, what if you just sell half and then you let the other half run? This way, if it goes back to 6 cents, you got 350,000. You got all your money back. If it goes down to 20 cents or down here, you got 75,000, but you're already at 75,000. So you know exactly what it feels like. But you'd have $50,000 in cash. I think that's your best option, man, not financial advice. You sell half at 1.5 cents or maybe even 1 cent. And then if it goes back to the high, you get all your money back. If it doesn't, then at least you don't lose all your money either. Then you would only have 50% of the gains. Yeah, but his goal is to get his money back. The problem is the US dollar stopped going down. That's not good. It was supposed to go down and now it's stopped. Well, it's supposed to go up if it's bearish. Tomorrow's the CME meeting. Yeah, ETH is looking good, man. Could you imagine ETH makes a new all-time high without Bitcoin? That would be nuts. That would be absolutely bonkers shit. Yeah, the 8-day just turned bullish too. Oh yeah, but it turned bullish here and nothing happened. That's that's fucked up. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Did Fartcoin break out? No, wow. Chris for 5 says one of my shitcoin stocks has been pumping a little. What do you think of ARDNF Ardent Minerals? I appreciate the 5. ARDNF. What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. Who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Looks like a nice young man. Could go up, could go down. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to answer that, young man. It just looks like Morse code. Yeah, I don't know. Is there another chart? Is there another chart? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. It looks like try and put a sell order at 30. Try and put a sell order at 33 and maybe you get filled and then put a bid back in 1.5. Just keep printing 2x over and over again. Yo, that might work, dude. If you just put a bunch of sell orders at like 2.8 and put a bunch of buy orders at 1.8 and you just keep getting filled over and over. It just looks like there's not that many buyers. So put it on the line chart. Yeah, but I mean the fact, no, it's not, man. What are you doing? Yeah, it goes down. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't know, man. This thing sucks. This thing sucks, dude. It looks like it's on the downswing. Yeah, if I had to guess, I guess it's coming back down here and then maybe it goes like this for eternity. And then maybe if inflation comes back, you get a rally. I mean, even this thing started dying in February of 2022. I think when we turn bearish, everyone turns bearish. I think if this thing doesn't break out by February, it's bearish. I think some might happen in March, man. Is there like an event that's supposed to be coming that we're not aware of? But I'd say rubbish. It's probably going to go to 1.5 before it goes to 3.5. But I'd probably get out, honestly. It looks like it's an altcoin gamble. So like if we get an inflation bull run, I guess you'd have to find out what this is. Like what are they mining? Are they mining gold or are they mining like salt out of my ass? You know, I don't know. It doesn't say, it just says minerals. If they're mining gold and silver, it could be a very nice gamble. Very nice gamble. But if they're mining like carbon or something, well, I guess carbon might be worth something. I don't know. Oh, it says it right here. Operates as a mineral exploration which explores silver, lead, and zinc. Yeah, they're mining garbage. Zinc? I buy zinc capsules from Amazon. I don't know, man. I would probably pass personally. But if you're gambling, oh, keep yawning. If you're gambling, right, you could be bullish from 1.4 and just keep bouncing around between 1.4 and 3.7. But the problem is the line chart is deceiving because there's no buyers. Like over the last 30 days, you've had less than 40 buys. So it's very hard to get out. Hopefully that makes sense. It looks like a gamble, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere because it's been the same price since July of 2021, brother. 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 Yeah, I'd pass on this, man. I appreciate the 5. Guy Armand for 5 says, how high can Turbo go? I appreciate the 5. Turbo. Oh, looks like Turbo is breaking out. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it already did. Yo, what do you mean how high can Turbo go? That shit already exploded by 115%. Yo, the top could be in already, chat. You gotta be careful here. You're on the 382, which is good. It's actually really good because you're bouncing off the 382 after you bounced off the 618, so you're making a higher low. But Turbo already exploded by 100%. So I don't know if this is the best option out there. It is bullish over 21, but once you fall below 21, that's it. The top is in. So if it does end up staying over 21, then I would argue the next stop should be 35. A break below 21 confirms the top and a move down to 17. I appreciate the 5. Big boy helps out a lot. Yo, first day of the bull run, the chat is killing it with the channel revenue. That's what I'm talking about, man. Metal Detector for 10 says, thanks for caring. I hope we all get through this together. I appreciate the 10, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I mean, you've been here for a long time, and like I said, I'm not in your exact position, but I just went through something very, very similar. The whole thing. Your whole situation. And I can tell you that it was the worst feeling I've ever experienced in my life. Like, my heart was doing things that I never thought I would feel. And it was bad. I actually thought, I mean, I knew I wasn't dying, but I thought I was dying when I woke up from a dream and everything hit me at once, like, holy shit. I hope I never feel that ever again. And if Jasmy does not make a new high by February and you don't sell, there's almost a 100% chance you're going to go through that. And I'm trying to let you know that it's going to be a lot worse than you think it is. You still have hopium in your heart right now because you still have $70,000. But if that 70,000 goes down to 30 or 20 or 10, you're going to feel it. I'm telling you. So I would say, honestly, I mean, if we look at Jasmy from a pure TA perspective, I'm not a TA guy, but let's pretend to be TA guys for just a second. I'm not a TA guy. But this was a 618 retracement in a bull market. So if Jasmy did a 618 retracement, which is a bearish retracement in a bull market, do we really expect it to go higher when the price of Bitcoin is going down? So this occurred while the price of Bitcoin went from 25,000 to 100,000. This whole move down occurred when Bitcoin went from 100,000 to 120,000. What do we think is going to happen if Bitcoin goes back to 40,000? What is more likely, this or this? There's a chance that your Jasmy goes down to $17,000. Now, I pulled that number out of my ass, but I can probably guess there's probably fibs down there. Holy fucking shit. Okay, 19, almost. So there is a legitimate possibility that Jasmy goes down to 19. So what I'm saying is this. I'm with you. I'm on the Moon Boy team right now. It looks fucking bullish. It's holy fucking shit. ETH BTC is about to, like, it looks like it's about to skyrocket. We're about to blast out of here. It looks like that until it doesn't. So if we're about to blast out of here, then we're about to blast out of here. But if we're about to blast out of here and then for some reason, for no reason at all, it just stops at the end of January, you must exit. Because in 2022, it was holy fucking shit. And then for no reason at all, it just stopped. It's like, what happened? Why did we stop? And then it was Shadow Realm. 95%. And look at where it stopped, my brother in Christ. The 382 retracement. So, I'm with you, Team Bull. I think Jasmy should get a nice rally here. Doesn't mean it has to. But if we come up to March and it's stuck at 1.5 for no reason at all, I don't know. Maybe the wind is blowing up your ass crack and it's cold. It's fucking bearish. It's fucking bearish. I got to get rid of the F word. It's fucking bearish. So you got to give yourself a little bit. You got to give your future self a chance. Okay? This is what I'm learning. It took me a long time. I let my past destroy my life, my whole life, but not anymore. I like that quote. Give your future self a chance. If you hold Jasmy all the way down to 2, you're not giving your future self a chance. You're giving your past self all of your life and time. I get it. You had $600,000. That's a lot of fucking money, bro. And I know you wanted to go back there. But if this ends up happening, you will never get back here. Never. If you save 150 grand, you will get back here at some point. So give your future self a chance to fight. If you get this relief rally, now listen, if we get the relief rally and it just explodes, then you're in. But what I'm saying is all data says if this is going to happen, it should have happened by now. Because Bitcoin went from 20,000 to 120,000. And now it's at 100,000 and we're back to where we were when Bitcoin was at 30,000 or 50,000. So if Bitcoin goes back to 50,000, then this thing is going to the Shadow Realm school, Goblin Town. They're going to sprinkle little Jasmys on all the little goblins. Salt, that guy that does the salt poppy, they're going to sprinkle all the little Jasmys on the goblins in the Goblin Town. So give your future self a chance. If you get up to 105 and it doesn't get out and it's stuck for no reason at all, you're like, I wonder why it's getting stuck here. I wonder why it's getting stuck here. You just got to cut it. Or sell half, like you said, right? You get 75 grand. If it goes down, at least you got 100 grand still. Boom. If you sell half and it goes to the moon, now you got 375 grand. All right. But only you can make that decision. I can't tell you what to do. But I would hate to see you go through what I just went through, especially because you shared your age and I'm a lot younger than you. Not that that means anything, but I would like to think that whatever the fuck I just felt, well, I don't want to think this. How do I phrase this? I think it would be worse for you because I would like to think, is what I was trying to say, I have a lot more time left, not necessarily more time than you, but more time to get the money back, whereas you might have less time because you're much older, right? It's not an insult, it's literally data. Now, I could get shot in the head tomorrow, then I'm fucked. But then I'm fucked anyway, so I don't care about the money. But what I'm trying to say is, whatever I just felt might be worse for you because the age difference. You know? So I think you got to give your future self a chance, man. It's bad. You start hallucinating. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Mr. Tweeny for 5 says, speaking of bearish, how high will my hairline go before it reaches the all-time high? I appreciate the 5. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hairlines usually don't go high, they go backwards. I wouldn't say your hairline goes high, it goes back. But I appreciate the 5. I appreciate the 5. Helps out a lot. You won't get shown. My OBS got disconnected. Hello? Methodical Marcus for 2 says 1-1-26. I appreciate the 2. Nah, I don't think the Bears. I think the Bears lost control, honestly. Lost the lead. The Bears lost the lead. We're bullish right now, man. Look at this. The stock RSI is about to start flying. The stock RSI is about to start flying, man. Let's see where we're at, chat. You know, listen, this shit ain't easy. If it was easy, I'd be wealthy. I'm trying to figure it out with the rest of us. But I was starting to get worried that we weren't going to get the relief rally. Because MicroStrategy is like getting too bearish. Look at that. It's like full-blown bearish already. But now I'm getting a little bit, not excited, but like, yo, it's actually happening. Like, you know, it's fucking happening, chat. This is it. This is where the men are made. And the 5 women are made. Separate the women from the girls. Is it gonna play out or is it not? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, see, this says the middle of February. I don't think the bottom's in April though. Oh, maybe it's at the end of April. Nah, can't be. Is there sound? Fireman for 2 says SPX 6900. Yeah, that's a good one. SPX is probably ripping. Wow. SPX isn't moving? Yeah, I mean, you got to remember, again, it is up 2x off the low almost. It's up 70%. Wow, that's a shocker. SPX 6900 is actually bearish. SPX got to get over 81. If you can get over 81, then I would say very bullish, probably to 120. So your price to watch, Mr. Fireman, is 81. All right. If you can get over 81 in a timely fashion, it should be very bullish. If you're still below 81 at the end of January, it's probably not going up. But I appreciate the 2, man. It helps. Yeah, you even got the 2-day buy signal too. Nah, we should be in here. We should be in here somewhere. Did we get a 3-day buy signal? Yep. Okay, yeah, nah, we're bullish, chat. You haven't gotten a 3-day buy signal since the bottom. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually really bearish. See, if I'm a grifter, I'm running with the narrative that we're getting buy signals that we've only seen at the bear market bottom. You see how we got a green dot here? You didn't have one green dot the whole bull run. That tells me that it's not bullish. That means that it's so bearish that the indicator got triggered. Because the last time you had a buy signal was down here. And that wasn't the bottom. And you had a buy signal here too. It was a local bottom, but it wasn't the bottom. And then if you look at 2020, the entire bull market, you did not get a whole buy signal. You got one buy signal at the bottom of the bear market. And it actually wasn't the bottom either. You went down again by 15%. Yo, chat, I'm not even making it up. You can see it. All of 2017, you're getting these buy signals. It's because when Bitcoin's in a bull market, it's usually so bullish that it's always overbought. And then when you start going down to oversold, it's not bullish anymore. And now we're getting to the point where the large time frames are going to start getting to oversold. Yeah, look. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Yeah, nah, I'm telling you, chat. I think the next move down is going to mark the low on this indicator. You're going to get a buy signal in June. Yeah. Yo, we're almost there. Well, we're not almost there, but... Look, this thing never prints buy signals. Never. Like once every 4 years. So the fact that it's almost down to the bottom here, one more move down should do it. One more move down should do it. But it's not going to be the bottom. It should just be a local bottom. Yeah, look at that. Holy shit. That's bad, man. That's bad. See, I look at this and it just kills all the hopium, man. That's bad too. Holy crap. Every bear market, you get 3 red dots. Holy shit, you do. Look, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You only got 2 last time. Yeah, nah, that's gotta be it, man. Holy fucking shit. Oh, chat. By the way, we got it. We got the 3 green candles. We talked about this as well. There was a grift going around on Twitter that the bull run can't be over because Bitcoin always has 3 green candles and then 1 red. Now we have 3 green candles. Holy fucking shit. Look. Yo, it's possible, man. Like I'm telling you. And these green candles are shrinking every time. Look, the candle's not even red anymore. It could be, listen, it's not easy. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not coming on here saying I know. I'm just showing you the data. Let's see what the data, maybe the data says, fuck them kids. Fuck your data. Maybe it does. Fuck your data. You fat piece of shit. How many bulls got shaken out before the biggest rally? Not many. 53% is bullish. I think the biggest thing that would wreck everyone is if ETH made a new high and Bitcoin did not. That is something that would be very unpredictable. I am thinking about that in the back of my head. Because it's like... yeah, but, boy, you're fat. Remember that guy? Boy, But it could also be that we do get a nice bull run next time. Very possible. But I'm not overcomplicated, dude. Right. The boys are back in town. The bulls are back in town. Yeah, we can't go any lower than this until the bear market is coming to completion. See, when you take it off log, all the Moonboy hopium goes out the window. Now it just looks like you're sitting here. Doesn't it? You're sitting on the same moving average. But the thing is, you usually bounce off the moving average for 3 to 4 months and then it breaks down. So this is the second month. The third month is January. Yeah, nah, I'm thinking February. I'm sticking to February. That's what it looks like. What about 2014? 2014, we just went down one shot. So the bottom would be below 50,000. Yeah, we're probably going below 50K if we go down. Bulls are back in town. The bulls are back in town. Yeah, look, even this moving average, the same one. Yeah, we're going back to 100K, chat. It's priced in. It's it's fucking priced in. It's coded into the DNA. We must go back to 100,000. Here it is again. We must go back up to 100,000. So as next time and one last pullback or being grateful or sideways, we're going to be here till 40. Well, I hope I'm making content till I'm 40. I just hope I make better decisions. You know, it's not like we didn't make the money. We just didn't keep it. So now we know next time, just keep it. Crypto is always right on time. Just when you think it's too late, there is ready to clock in and get to work as usual. Oh shit, this blue moving average is coming close too. Yeah, it looks like it is February, man. Maybe the end of January. Nah, I'm telling you, we got a shot, chat. You got a shot at a bottom. Yeah, here it is again, white below green. We were bullish. All right, all right. Let's not get carried away here. Come on. We're prepared. Let's not get carried away. RSI is where? Making higher highs. That's a good sign. We're almost overbought on the 4 hour. I think we did hit overbought on the 3 hour. Almost. 2 hour? Oh, barely. Oh no, we didn't. It's okay to be poor in your 40s. I mean, if you lived a good life or you had to make ends meet, yeah, like you had to sacrifice for your kids or whoever. But if I'm poor in my 40s, it's really sad because I had so many chances. That's why I'm gonna change my brain over the next 6 months. Okay, I had the millionaire pipe dream. It's come and gone. It's not gonna happen. And if it happens, then it happens, but it won't happen as a dream. It'll just happen from success. But my deadline that I set for my life has now expired. So I think that's what hit me so hard, was like knowing that I wasted all of that time. But I'd rather waste that time than waste the next however many years too. So I have to change my outlook on life. It's only been 1 month, man. Not even. DC Woodworks for 2 says we got a shot. Wang Gaff. We all never gonna have. I don't know what that is. Is that like an abbreviation? Like YMC, Young Money Tunchi, some shit? I appreciate it too. Mighty Man says, I don't know if I should keep watching this. I'm in my 30s in 2 years, and by then I want to be more mature and not talk about the poorhouse or the Bulls are back in town. That's okay, man. You don't have to support the stream anymore. You've supported the stream over the long haul. I actually legitimately thought somebody posted a fucking turd in my chat. Like, I genuinely thought this was a log. Alright, so let's put this in perspective, okay? So a gentleman came to my live stream and says, I don't think I should keep watching. I don't know if I should keep watching because I want to be more mature. The same guy has a fire truck stamp on a fucking turd. That's real mature. Yeah. 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 Yo, Kentaro, welcome. Kentaro, welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to the end of the live stream. Dude, we had a great stream today. That's why if we can be bullish up until the end of January, I can get some nice channel revenue. And I can make it till March, and then the channel will die in March. Yeah. That's what we're going for. If we get the relief rally until the end of January, the super chat revenue should be good December, January, February, and then March it starts to decline. That's what happened in 2022. In 2022, actually, I was doing better in 2022 than I am now. That's sad, even though my channel's larger. But the super chat revenue was booming back here. And then once we started to decline, the channel revenue started to die back here. So right now, my channel revenue is here. Because it's just a shitty bull run. But I can't complain. The only thing I'm worried about is what's going to happen after this. Because once we get to February, if we don't make a new high, the channel revenue is going to decline. And the channel revenue was really rubbish back here. But it was a bull market, so it didn't matter. So I got to make it to February. That's it. I got to milk this shit. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another bull run video. Is the Discord free to join? Yeah, there's nobody in there though, except for me. Because it's bearish. And the guy in the chat, Happy Goyam, he's making so much money gambling on soccer. You know, listen, some people... I just don't want to see him run it up so high and then just give it all away. Like, he's making so much money gambling. But there's really nobody typing because everyone's kind of given up. And rightfully so. I would too. It's a bear market. Or it's bearish at least. Don't want to say the trigger word, bear market. But there's really no activity because a lot of people have given up. Well, like, I've given up too. I'm just saying. That's what it is. My oven dish is almost done. Now, I will say, Mr. Mighty Man, this does look good. It looks excellent, actually. I like the little fire truck. Did you add that? It makes it exquisite. My exquisite chocolate dookie. It's funny. It's not funny. Busy checking our bags. Oh. I'll join. The link should be in the description, if I'm not mistaken. The link should be in the description. Of course, you don't have anything to say about that. Take your channel revenue and do TA on it. It's all numerology. Yeah, Mr. Meow, with all due respect, I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. You're trying to give me tips on something that I've been doing. I don't know what you want me to tell you. You'll see in the bear market, your channel revenue is going to go straight down. Why is that? Because less people watch YouTube, less people are engaged because their coins are going down, and less people are invested literally and mentally, so they don't want to look at something that's going down. This is going to be your first bear market, so you're going to see. And then when we come back to it, I'll say thanks for the advice. I already sat through this before. I do appreciate the insight, and thank you for joining the Fat Boy Studios. Now, if you could please return to your seat, sit down, shut your fat mouth, know your role, and enjoy the ride that Amanda's about to take you on. Okay? Thank you for playing. Shut your fat mouth. The Russell is going to break through new highs. Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it's taken us too long to go up, so we're stuck. Good evening, everyone. Nothing but a shit-filled stocking. Yeah, courtesy of Mighty Man. Courtesy of Mighty Man. You're on Santa's naughty list? Dude, I'm like the nicest person I know, brother. Remember I gave that homeless guy 20 bucks, and after I gave it to him, he said, fuck you, and then I lost all my money? That's what being nice gets you. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Listen, pal. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm gonna have to meet a quota every month. How many people am I gonna ban? I gotta put my foot down. Ban. So actually, now that I realized how many people are in the chat, whenever we get over 200 viewers, we would like to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor. That is food reviews. You ever want to watch your favorite YouTuber but don't want to watch crypto? Check out food reviews. We review anything from burritos, tacos, chips, no nachos, milkshakes coming soon. We released a new video today. There was another Mr. Meow telling us that the taco crunch wrap was worth it. It was maybe worth it. You should check out the video. Check out this link in the chat if you're watching the stream. Check out your phone. Take 5 seconds to click the link. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I do see that every video is getting less and less views, meaning that people are giving up on me because the market is bearish. That's okay. It's understandable. I have to continue to push through. And once we get to 1,000 subs, I can start focusing on the watch hours. But please, if you could, click the link in the chat. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, we've been stuck at 564. We uploaded the Crunchwrap Supreme, $6. I don't know if it was worth it. You'll have to watch the video. But I appreciate the the support. Yo, Metal Detector joined the Discord. He's a handsome young fellow. He's a handsome young fellow. 6 out of 10, but you give other garbage on the actual menu higher than that. Whatever, it's okay though, to each their own. Yeah, it's $6 for a giant fucking taco. It's a ripoff. Sorry. Yo, you're spoiling the video. Ban. Do we ban Mr. Meow? Where's Berto? Nobody says lard ass anymore. I think that was only the Brits that say lard. Piece of lard. Maybe start your own cooking channel. Nah, I'll give it a food channel until the end of next year. If it doesn't take off, I'm done. Because once I get to a certain age, I gotta stop eating junk food. Why don't you eat inside a restaurant? Sure, let me go into a restaurant with a vlog and say I'm poor, but let's pretend to be wealthy so I can make videos, pay a lot of money for food, not get revenue for the food, and just be bankrupt. Yeah. The peanut gallery's out in full force. Now you guys are gonna tell me, why don't I grow my hair out? Why don't you just grow your hair out? Because I'm all out of money. Oh, why don't you grow your hair out? January 5th, Bank of America tells its clients ETH is a good investment. A cooking channel is ideal then, right? Sure. Who's gonna fund the channel? Let me think about how other people think about me trying to make something for myself in life. Listen, if you make it to my age and you didn't make anything of yourself, you're not gonna make it. So I just have to sit down and shut my fat mouth, just like you. Get in your chair, okay? Go on your cruise, all right? Go be in California on a cruise and let the rest of us rot in hell. The time is now before the snails take over the world. I guess the rally's over already? What the fuck was that? I got excited for nothing. We're back to where we were literally 2 weeks ago. That was it. You guys told me big bull run, and now my money's going down again. Bankrupt food reviews. Good evening, everyone. You're really underestimating yourself? Brother, I'm not living in Fantasyland anymore. Do you not see that every video the views are declining? I could make more content, but then I'm going to need more money. And if I need more money, then I'm going to eat more food, and then I'm going to need to lose more weight. I'm looking at the data. I'm not looking at what my dreams tell me. Dreams are for children and rich people. Okay? And I'm neither of those. So now it's time to suck it up and accept reality. Okay? Okay. I do not have a dream anymore. My dream is dead. I look at my channel revenue. I appreciate the tips. I appreciate the fucking tips, man. Oh, yeah. But the tips don't match up with reality. Oh, SpongeBob. There are so many people that would support. I don't see any super chats. I see a lot of fat talk. I don't see any fat action. Fat fuck. Nah, I gotta stop that, bro. I'm sorry. It's just the character. The characters came back. The character came back for a little while, but I think for January, I really want to stop using foul language. Not because of a character. I just want to remove it from my repertoire. Because now I'm seeing that my foul language is leaking into my real life speech. You motherfucker. Like sometimes if I'm eating somewhere, I let the F-bomb slip and there's like children around. To me, I don't care. But you're not allowed to curse around children, you motherfucker. Every time I go to a restaurant, there's always a baby screaming, "Can you get this motherfucker out of here?" Somebody put him in the bathroom. You motherfucker. Teach us how to make Taco Bell Turd Supreme. You posted the oven dish. Wow. Is this a vegan dish? This is the Netherlands. I call this the fashion. The vegetarian. The vegese. The vegese. The zo meat. Zo sausage. There's no sausage in this dish. There should be sausage. There's no sausage. The potato is the pepper. No sausage. This is missing sausage and some pastrami with some cheese. It looks good though. The sausage. The Netherlands. Just go to Chuck E. Cheese and let it loose. Nah, there's nothing that pisses me off more than a baby screaming. Because I have hearing damage. And sometimes I don't bring my earplugs with me. I have these special earplugs that I don't have with me right now. I have them by my bed. I bring them everywhere. If I go anywhere that I know my ears are not protected, I bring them. And sometimes I forget them because I end up going somewhere that I didn't know I was going. And whenever there's a baby around, they just start screaming for no reason at all. And it makes me so angry. Like, there's been times where I've been seated and then someone else comes in with a baby and I'm just like, is it okay if we move? What are they going to tell me? No. I can't have a baby screaming. They just yell for no reason at all. Shut up. If I PayPal you, I'd specify for like food channel, so I want to see a legit restaurant review. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to a restaurant, a fancy restaurant, to do food reviews. I think David B said he was going to do that, go to fancy reviews. I like making food reviews in my car. No one bothers me. Someone called child service on Smash Toshi. You doing better, Smash Toshi? Lord Narwhal says, guess everyone's making money again. Goodbye forever. Yeah, there's going to be a big relief rally, so, you know, it's going to be tough, but you just got to make it to March, man, or February. If you can make it to February and not lose any money, you made it. You made it, man. These next 2 months are going to be really hard to make it through. You'll send me $7 a week if Bitcoin doesn't drop next year. Is that what we agreed on? I thought you were going to give me $1,000. Or was it $500? Yeah, I think we said $7 or whatever it was. You just need to hibernate through the winter. Nah, you just got to make it to February, man. It's gonna the FOMO is gonna really pick up though, so be ready. You know, I think Pepe is gonna blast up to like 50, probably 68. So it's gonna be tough, man, but you got to get through it. Baby screaming and crying makes my ear with tinnitus flutter and feel really uncomfortable. Yeah, because tinnitus is hearing damage. There's so much information in the world that is not taught to us. Tinnitus is hearing damage. And I still never got rid of the ringing. I don't know what it is. Remember when I came on here a couple months ago and I was crying because my ringing? It never went away. Even though I lost 20 pounds. So it has to be the crypto, but it's only been a month since I've stopped like having stress. So I'm hoping over the next 2 months it goes away. But I will say that it went away for a second. Every time I go to the gym, pretty much it goes away for like 5 minutes and then it comes back. And on the day after Thanksgiving, I visited my family and it went away. So I'm trying to think, what am I doing that's making it go away? Could it be water? And then I think about it, what do I drink? And I just drink sludge. It could be the water, but I do drink water. I don't know what it is, but my blood pressure has finally come down significantly. Like I took a picture recently. I got 123/72. So it's still high, but it's coming down. There was one time in the summer where it was really bad. I actually have a tab. Yeah, I've been taking blood pressure tabs for the last 6 months. Yeah, look at this one, man. This one was fucking bad. Oh, I stopped. Holy shit. Holy shit. Look at this. Look at this, dude. This is bad, man. 151/84. That's not good, dude. Dude. Look at this, dude. That was in August. So now I got it down to 122. So I'm hoping by March, maybe I'm like 185. Hopefully it's gone. Hopefully it's gone by then. If I send you 2K, would you go to Disney World? If I go to Disney World, it's going to be with my pregnant wife and my 3 kids. I'm not going to be a 40-year-old man going to Disney World with another 40-year-old man and his wife. And then you're going to have a little chair in the corner of the room and I'm going to sit on the chair and watch. I'm not doing that shit, dude. I'm not doing that. Listen, I had my chance to go to Disney World. It came and gone, man. It came and gone. Okay? But I'm making peace with it. Alright, I had the dream life. It was in the palm of my hand, and I let it go. And now it flew away into dust. And I've spent the last couple months just feeling every negative emotion. But now I close my hand and I put my hand down and say, what is next? And now I have my sights set on the next chapter. I have my sights set on the next chapter. Okay. Chris for 10 says, I cut down on salt and decreased it significantly. Salt is really hard on the kidneys. Ancient Chinese medicine says ringing in the ears is stress kidneys, not always hearing damage. I appreciate the 10. Yes, I appreciate the 10, man. That helps a lot. Tinnitus is caused from many different avenues. Okay, I have hearing damage tinnitus, and then I have hypertension tinnitus. My hypertension tinnitus is like in a fucking radio antenna. It never stops. Well, the regular tinnitus never stops ever. This comes and goes if I go to the gym or not. So that tells me it's not permanent, because if it was permanent, it wouldn't go away and come back. Now, the reality is my blood pressure is still over 120, which is still high. So I need to get it down to like 117, 115. But salt, now my hearing damage tinnitus that most of you probably have, we all pretty much have it. I will say that when I have something really salty for dinner, I wake up in the middle of the night dehydrated and my ringing is loud. That is definitely true. But the ringing that I have permanently is not associated to food. It's purely hearing damage. The ringing that I'm referring to in this specific scenario is this really loud, obnoxious ringing, louder than tinnitus, but it is tinnitus. But I'm hoping it's curable because it comes and goes. And the day that it goes away and it goes back to the regular tinnitus, I'm going to be very happy. I haven't come to that point yet because it's been about 8 months now, started in May. It's only been 1 month since the crypto stress has come to an end. So I'm hoping over the next couple of weeks, the crypto stress dies down, my weight goes down, my life turns around, and my blood pressure returns to normal. Which I have hope, I have optimism that it will. But the fact that I can go to see my family and eat a bunch of rubbish and drink a lot of water, maybe it's the water, I don't know. And then I didn't hear the ringing, only the regular ringing. It tells me that whatever I'm hearing is not permanent. It's just I need to figure out what is causing it. And I haven't been able to do that yet. I eliminated soda for 3 months. It didn't go away. I lost 10 pounds. It didn't go away. Now is the first time where I'm not staring at my crypto portfolio every day for 5 minutes, every 10 minutes with my heart pounding out of my chest. It's going to take a little while because in April, in January, February, March, April, that was when I was going through the stress, and that's when the ringing started in May. So it took 3 to 4 months. So maybe 3 to 4 months of no stress or less stress should help, which is why if I lose more weight, it will also help. But I appreciate the 10, man. I appreciate the 10. Helps out a lot. Solo TV for 10 says 2026. Catch me in the back of the bus with a slim blonde. Can Lunc do a 20x in 30 days? I appreciate the 10. Yeah, someone said the Dogecoin trial is about to come. So I think the top is going to be in around the trial if the top's not in already. We do got to take into consideration that every single time Luna Classic rallies, we make a lower high. It's a fact. I know Mr. Meowsis likes to use his spiritual eye and try and debate the facts, but this is a fact. It's making lower highs. So if it wants to explode out of here, it's probably got to happen before the trial or around the trial. Just like that guy that's gambling all of his money on soccer. When that Froge pump happened, it happened at the meeting, and then after the meeting, it went to zero. So whenever the trial is probably where the top is, unless the top is already in, because I don't know where the trial is. But this is making lower highs. So if it's going to 20 to 30x, you got to start moving now. You are getting slammed at the 382 retracement, which is bearish. So as long as we're below 64, it is bearish. Okay. I cannot get excited on Luna Classic until it gets over 64, and I would say even 84, because if you pull up your fib to this high, the true 382 is 84. So I would even say bearish below 84. Thanks for the 10. It helps out a lot. If it gets over 85, then you could get your 10x, yes. But if it doesn't happen by probably around the trial, it's not happening. But I appreciate the 10, man. I appreciate the 10. I greatly appreciate the 10. It helps a lot in times of despair. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, did you guys know that Solana has been bearish for almost a year now? Such a weird market cycle. I actually think Solana could bottom early, like Ethereum did. Yo, why not? Why not? My comment got zapped. We need salt. What did your comment say? Not table salt like Morton's, mineral salt. Yeah, I do have to drink more water, I do. But it's not the water that's causing the ringing. On break right now doing chest and triceps. Yeah, I just realized that the tricep workout, I said this last time, if you put your back to the bar and you extend your arms over your head and do the rope like this, that shit is good, man. Yeah. Did we get any more subs? Probably not. Did we? Wow, I actually lost a sub. Yeah, my food channel might be peaking already. I might have to pull the plug, man. I gave it a good run. Give out the video, give the video a check. Check out the video. Crunchwrap Supreme. Sponsored by Crypto Meowsis. You've been doing that for 10 years. All right, well, listen, we're not all as fit and handsome as you. You got to understand, Mr. Meow, that you're like in the top 5% of men. All right, some of us bottom feeders like me, we're just finding stuff out. And then you'll say you're too hard on yourself. Listen, brother. You got to look at the fucking data, all right? You can't tell a fat person, oh, one day you're going to be able to run. That guy's never going to run. I'm looking at the data, brother. You're in the top 5% of men. God bless you. I'm just finding out about the tricep workout. So thanks for bullying me. Rubbing alcohol and vinegar restores pH in your ear. Come on, man. Y'all tripping, cuh. Y'all tripping, cuh. Calm down, Matthew. No need for the language. You say you're not raging. What do you mean by that? Yo, you know who does those child videos too now? Gideon makes child videos now. Everyone is making the predator videos. Should I start catching predators? Predator crypto? You want to buy some Bitcoin, Jimmy? You need to innovate, man. Make the food channel more engaging. Maybe try reviewing it at different places instead of your car. Mighty man, I appreciate the input, but how come every other YouTuber can sit in their car and I can't? You're telling me to be innovative. Should I go into McDonald's and say, hello, everyone? You can also review it in a restroom or in a treehouse. Wow. Mighty man wants me to go eat my food in the bathroom stall. That sounds like a great idea. Thanks for sharing. That's the best idea I've heard all day. Should I look into the camera? Instead of reviewing your food in the car, nobody wants to see that. You should go in the restroom and you should bring a little paper plate and put the paper plate on top of the toilet bowl. You should eat off the toilet for no money, no ad revenue, and no subscribers. But just do it, just because. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for sharing. You send me PayPal? You don't have to send me PayPal. I appreciate the insight. We got a long road ahead of us, but there is a road, okay? The biggest thing I learned in life is if you can see the light, then you can find your way out of the darkness. And I can see the light. It's just very far away, but I'm going to start walking towards it now. Some people are going to walk away from it. Some people don't have a light, and some people can't see at all. But I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Unfortunately, I reached the end of the tunnel, and I said, nah, I'm going back into the tunnel. So now I got to start over. But now I know for next time, just leave the tunnel. Methodist Marcus for 5 says Solana bottom $20 to $30. I appreciate the 5. I appreciate that. That's a lot, man. That helps a lot. I mean, I'm not going to sit here acting like I know where the bottom is. We could speculate that since Solana came to the same price point that it was last bull run, that it could go to the same price, but Solana's holding up much better than it was last bear market. Because last bear market, it was down 71%. Right now, we're only down 50%. So I could speculate that the bear market move down might only be like 70 to 80%, which is probably $40. I do think we see a $40 Solana. It's very possible. So you're not that far off. $20 to $30 is very possible. It's all contingent on what Sol BTC does. So Ben Cohen and a bunch of other people in the chat are looking for a big bull run on the altcoins. If that ends up happening, but the price of Bitcoin falls, then the price of Solana won't go down as bad, which will probably put it at like $50. But if Sol BTC does go down, then you'll get your $20 to $30 Solana, right? So maybe we're in here for Sol BTC. where the rug down is coming with Bitcoin. And then you get your move down to 30 bucks. Very possible. But it looks like for now, the Moon Boys are running wild in the streets. And the Bulls are back in town. But I appreciate the 5. I really do. It helps out a lot in times of despair. It really does. It does. And I appreciate my chat. I always appreciate my chat. Yeah, you guys are killing it today on the super chat revenue. Look at that shit. See, the channel views are going down, but the chat revenue's staying the same or going up. So that's what matters. You guys are keeping the lights on, man. You really are. I am so grateful to be able to come on here with no knowledge, no skills, just run my fat mouth and pay the bills, man. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last though, because if we go down, it's gonna be bad. That's why I need us to be bullish until March. So at least I can milk it. I can milk it a little bit. You just noticed the rocket pointing downwards? Yeah, it's been like that for like 3 weeks. All right, chat, it's been a pleasure. As always, I do appreciate all the support. Appreciate the subs, the members, the super chats. As always, none of this is financial advice. If you check out the description, you can find all the links. If you want to watch the food channel, the link is in the chat. Unfortunately, we're losing subscribers now. We were at 564, now we're at 562. That's all right. They weren't going to watch anyway, those fat bastards. We don't want them. So, we'll be back tomorrow. None of this is financial advice. Thank you all for the support. Stay safe, and bye.